little more on anxiety today. I think that this example is a really good example to show just the kind of things that can cause anxiety and how much it can really affect us. A workshop series that I did years ago, well, I still do this workshop series, it's my Freedom Through Mindfulness series. A woman was in this workshop and she described her experience with anxiety, and it was really insightful. And she had this social anxiety. She couldn't go out. She would get so anxious. She just, her breathing would get all, piled up in her chest, and things would get tense and tight. And she couldn't go out. She had this fear of going out to social functions. And she really started to look into that. She tried to resolve it in many ways and couldn't. Finally started to sit with it and really go into, what is this all about? And she started to see the answer. The cause of what was going on and the answer were very connected. That her friend, she would go out and she would be the kind of like the life of the party, her friend would say. She would go out and she would be very social, and then she would kind of go, I think I feel like going now. Her friend would be like, no, you're the life of the party. We would really miss you. It would be nothing without you. And so she would stay. And then the next event would happen. Well, I don't know if I feel like staying anymore. I think I'm going to go. I'm feeling done. Her friend would kind of push her and guilt her again into staying. And another friend would do that. This sort of pattern started where she would go out and she'd get to the point where she had enough. That was good enough for her. But she ended up getting guilted into staying, and she would cross her own personal boundary and give herself away to others, what others wanted instead of what she needed, where she was full, and it was now starting to really drain her by staying beyond that point where she knew she was complete and she needed to go. And so what happened was her body actually started getting anxiety, and she realized her mind was protecting her because she couldn't follow the boundaries of listening to her own needs and saying, oh, that's it, I need to go. And her friend would say, oh, you're the life of the party, and she would stay. She should have instead, she realized, listened to the signals that, this is it for me. This is my sort of limit where I can give my full self up to this point, but beyond that, I'm actually costing myself. It's too much for me. It's draining me. And so she would stay. She realized she needed to hold that boundary and actually go when it was time. And so she started doing that. And so she practiced with that friend consciously, and her friend did the same things. Oh, we haven't seen you in so long. You haven't been coming out. And so, just stay. And she would, no, I need to go. You've had me up until this point, but I'm realizing that I need to listen to myself and go. And her friend still tried to push her, get her own way, but she left anyway. And after a few times of doing that, her friend started to get that when she said it was time to go, she was going to go. And she stopped pushing her so much. And what happened is the anxiety lessened very quickly. And it went away actually very, very quickly after that she then was able to listen and assess to her own inner needs, and then set that boundary and say, oh, I'm good, I need to go now. And she would just take care of herself, and she put that top of the list. And she didn't have an anxiety problem after that. So it's really important to look, am I listening to myself? Am I listening to my own needs? Am I taking care of myself? Where am I giving myself away? Where am I crossing my own boundaries? Where do I need to set some more boundaries with others in situations? It's very important, because if we don't listen, our body will do things like trigger anxiety to protect us, to keep us from doing something that's bad for us. So I hope this was really insightful. My name is Arne Pedersen from Awareness and Health from Victoria, BC. I'm a clinical counseling hypnotherapist, and I work in Victoria, BC, seeing people in person, but also online. And I help them to move through anxiety, to figure out where it's coming from, and to help with these kinds of things. And so if you're wanting to do more of this work, there's a free program on my website, my free mindfulness program that I talked about at the beginning of this video that woman went through. But this is an online free version. The link is down in the description, and I think it'll really help you a lot to help you understand where your anxiety is coming from and to help you process through it. So I hope you really, really enjoy that. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and I wish you a beautiful day.